Hey folks, this is Gabe at Security.org, and today we're taking a look at the latest addition to the Blink Cam family, the Blink Mini. In today's review of the Blink Mini, I'm going to be going over some pros and cons, its design, its feature set, the installation process, customer support, the mobile application, before letting you know exactly who I think this camera is for. If you'd like to read my full written review on the Blink Mini, head on over to Security.org. There you'll not only find my comprehensive review on the Blink Mini, but also comparisons with other cameras, along with tips and guides on how to set up your secure home. Let's kick off today's look at the Blink Mini, going over some pros and cons, beginning with the pros. And we want to start with that really solid video quality. 1080p high definition video, 110-degree field of view, and LED night vision. So day and night, you're getting a really solid picture of what's going on inside of your home. Now, I also want to talk about the small form factor. It's a little more discreet, a little more subtle than the previous Blinks. And I'm actually a pretty big fan of all that you're getting inside of this small package. And finally, it's just $35. So it's a very affordable indoor home security camera. Now, when it comes to cons, I do want to point out that the cloud storage is no longer free. So you're gonna have to get a cloud subscription and pay for it unless you are already an existing customer with Blink. Now that we've gone over the pros and cons for the Blink Mini, let's talk about the design. Now, when it comes to design, you'll note that it is the first wired Blink camera. So you're not dealing with the batteries that you're dealing with before. It's wired. Once you've got it set up, you're ready to go. On top of that, with the Blink, you see that it's significantly smaller. So it's a different design factor altogether. In fact, what this actually reminds me of a lot is the Amazon Cloud Cam. And you get this because you have the first Blink with a stand. So the stand gives you the ability to really put it in a lot of different angles, move it around, a lot of flexibility. But if you decide you want to go back to the standless model for the Blink, you can do that too. You can take this apart and you can use it just as an individual block in space. Now, another element to think about when you're thinking about how it's going to look inside of your home is the fact that you're going to eventually have to get the sync module too and a flash drive in order to really take advantage of local storage. So you're gonna have those two elements, you're gonna put them together somewhere in your home. They're gonna work in conjunction with your Blink Mini to make sure you get that local storage. Well, hold on. I hope you're enjoying today's look at the Blink Mini. If you want to be kept up to date on the newest in digital and home security, subscribe to our channel, Security.org, where we're dropping new content weekly. All right, let's get back to the video. Now that we've gone over design, let's talk about the feature set with the Blink Mini. With the Blink Mini, you're getting that nice 1080p high definition video. You can blow it up, put it on your television. You're gonna see things quite well. You have a 110-degree field of view, which is a little narrower than we like. We typically like to see at least 120 degrees, but you're really getting a lot out of this small device with that 110 degrees. And for night vision, it's solid infrared LEDs, allowing you to see what's going on in the dark pretty clearly. You can make people out. It's nice and distinct. So I really like that day and nighttime vision. When you're thinking of live footage, well, to start out with, you have two-way audio. So whatever you're seeing, you can hear and talk directly to. So if someone's slinking around, you're gonna be able to check that out. Now, one thing to note about the live footage is you still do have to click to continue watching every few seconds, because Blink does try to cut down those clips whenever they can. Now, with the Blink Mini, you're gonna get motion detection, and each time there's a motion detected, you're gonna get an alert to your phone. What's great about the Blink Mini is it actually gives you the opportunity to customize what they call activity zones. So essentially, you can decide where in the frame you want to be alerted when it comes to motion detection. There's a grid, and you basically make that decision into what spaces you're going to be alerted to. On top of that, you can adjust the motion sensitivity, which begins at about 20 feet, and you can decide how sensitive you want your Blink Mini to be when it comes to detecting motion. Now, when it comes to controlling those alerts or those notifications, it's really going to come down to when you decide you want to arm or disarm the Blink Mini. And arming means it's going to be detecting that motion, letting you know when things are happening, and disarm means it's not really worried about it. You can even decide on a weekly schedule when you want it to be armed and disarmed. If you know your schedule, you know when you're going to be in and out, when you want to know when things are happening, and when things are not, you can do all that inside of the mobile application. So when it comes to your recordings with the Blink Mini, that's all going to be saved in the cloud. And so that means each live view that you decide to record, each time it records some motion that it detects, it's all going to be in the cloud. You can actually download that directly to your device and share it to your heart's content. Now, I do want to note that after December 31st, 2020, you are going to have to sign up for the Blink Cloud Storage Plan. Now, that's going to be $3 a month for one cam or $10 a month for unlimited cameras. That's going to give you 60 days of rolling storage. Now, one thing I want to note is that that's not really your thing. They are going to be adding the Blink Sync Module 2 and a flash drive, which will give you an option to just use local storage. So that option should be coming soon from Blink. Finally, Blink is an Amazon-owned company, which means that it integrates with Amazon's smart platform, and that's honestly an excellent element of the entire system, which means you can arm and disarm it just using your voice and your Echo Dot. You can send your live stream directly to your Echo Show, so you really get a lot of flexibility out of the rest of your Amazon ecosystem. And that's our look at the feature set on the Blink Mini home security camera. Now that we got over the feature set for the Blink Mini home security camera, I want to talk about the installation process. And honestly, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. With the Blink Mini, you simply plug it in, download that Blink Home Monitor mobile application, find your cam on that mobile app, and then you're set up. It's gonna sync, and then you're just gonna decide where you'd like it to be, what you wanna see inside of your home. I probably had the entire process finished in less than 7 minutes. When it comes to customer support with your Blink Mini home security camera, you do have various options. You have a pretty solid how-to section. They have an FAQ. You can actually request some support through their page. And if you look hard enough, you can even find a phone number to call. Now, frankly, you're not gonna have the robust customer support that you may expect with some products, but with the Blink Mini, you really don't need it. Fortunately, it works really well right off the bat, and we haven't even had any issues that we wanted to talk to customer support about. When it comes to the mobile app for the Blink Mini, you're looking at the Blink Home Monitor app, and people seem to generally enjoy their experience with this app. It has a 3.4 out of 5-star rating in the Apple App Store and a 3.7 out of 5-star rating in the Google Play Store. So let's go ahead and check it out on my iPhone. So here I am checking out the Blink Mini Blink Home Monitor mobile application. Just to show you the experience, right off the bat, you can see that that's the photo I have as the background. And let's just jump directly into a live stream. Now here in the live stream, you note in the upper right-hand corner, I decided that, I don't want that microphone on. I don't want to, make you guys suffer through all that feedback. In the bottom left-hand corner, if I wanted to talk to someone on the other side, I could do so directly, just hitting and holding that talk button. So let's go ahead and get out of this live stream and look at some of our other options. Now you see at the bottom, you have disarmed and armed. This is a really quick way to go ahead and turn your motion detection on and off, but let's jump into our history. Now you'll see here, we've got various history. We can see the different things going on. Right here, you can see at the top your storage, but let's look at, for example, a video from yesterday. Now I see this video coming up, and then I can decide, all right, I want to share this directly. I want to close it. I want to delete it. You get a lot of flexibility when it comes to looking at your history and immediately dealing with those files. So let's jump out of our history. And now we're back on our home page, and you look to the right of that history button, you have settings. And if I go to my settings, you'll see that I have my Security.org and go into my devices, and now I'm in my Blink Mini. Now this is where you really have a number of different options for customizing your experience. For example, you'll see that I've named this the Security.org Blink Mini. Below that, you really get into your motion detection settings. I have them enabled right now. I can go into my activity zones, and you'll note that here I can decide where I want to actually be paying attention. So let's say I don't want to look at anything above my beard. Well, look, now I've grayed out and all of those zones are now inactive. So anything happens up high, it's not going to detect motion. It's not going to send me an alert, but I'm gonna go ahead and reset these zones so that I'm capturing everything. Now below that, you have a retrigger time. You even have sensitivity from low to high, and high being the 9, I can take it all the way down to 1 or 3, or I can just keep it at that high sensitivity. Now below that, you can decide on your clip length, because each time it begins to detect motion, it will decide on how long, or rather you make the decision on how long you want that clip to be. So I can decide, you know what, anytime it detects motion, let's just do 30 seconds or 20 seconds or 10 seconds. And you also have options in terms of, do you want early notification? Do you want it to video record? And then you jump into your night vision. Now I always keep it at the highest possible infrared intensity because I want to get the best possible view of what's taking place in the dark. And you can even decide whether or not you want to have that microphone enabled or not. So if people are inside your home, you may want to give them a little more privacy, so you can disable that microphone. And then of course you have your quality options in terms of saver, standard, and best. I once again keep mine at best because I'm probably gonna blow this up and put it on my large television, you know, the 48 inch or whatever. And then below that, you'll see you have various options for the status LED. I personally like to have that status LED on so people know, hey, oh wait, that thing's recording now. That little blue dot is there. But you can decide how you want that to work for you. And below that are just your Wi-Fi options. So let's go out of here. And you'll note that you have below your cameras the various scheduling options. So if you know for a particular time you're going to be out of the home, you want to be sure that you know exactly what's happening and you're not going to be around to see it, well, you turn it on. You can decide exactly what is going to be the case. So let me go and turn mine on, for example, for Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to go for afternoon run. So I want it to be on from 12 p.m. So now anytime at 12:15, Sunday, Saturday, this device is gonna arm itself. So I find elements like that in terms of setting up your weekly schedule to be particularly useful with the Blink Mini so that I'm not bombarded with notifications when I know exactly what's happening in the house because I'm actually in the house. So to the right of that, you have the neighbors function. Now neighbors is an element that Ring has really put together. Blink has now become a part of it, where you can get those real-time safety alerts from your neighbors, local authorities, and even the Ring News team. So that's our look at the mobile app experience with the Blink Mini home security camera. Now we've gone over a lot today in our look at the Blink Mini home security camera, and you're wondering, Gabe, who exactly is this device for? And I'll tell you, I think it's for the person who wants that nice 1080p high definition video that they can blow up on their big screen and not miss a thing. And they want that for less than $40 because that's what you're getting with the Blink Mini, that nice day vision, that nice night vision. You're not gonna miss anything. And in the terms of another thing they're gonna want is that small, discrete form factor. People who don't want their camera to be the focal point of a room. With this device, you can not only have it be quite flexible, but you can take the stand away completely and you're gonna get that nice, discrete form factor. It's subtle, but it's still capturing what's taking place. Finally, I think it's for the person who is already enamored with their Amazon ecosystem because this is going to just seamlessly fit in. So you're gonna have not only a nice and smart home, but a nice and secure home with the Blink Mini. So overall, I have to state that I believe the Blink Mini is a solid addition to your home's security apparatus. All right, so that's our look at the Blink Mini home security camera. Now, if you have any comments or questions, please drop us a line below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you appreciated today's video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button. As always, this is Gabe at Security.org. Be secure.